guys, today we're in the beautiful Bahamas. We're going to be doing some shore diving with our brand new Sea Sleigher. Check it out. We recently got this new Sea Sleigher dive sled and we wanted to try it out in the Bahamas. Early into our shore dive, we found a really nice sized lobster. Kiki went down to film it and the lobster came right up to her, and this gave me the perfect opportunity to shoot it. So here in the Bahamas, this is one of the only areas in the world where you're actually allowed to spear lobster, and this was a really good size one, probably 5 maybe 6 pounds, and you can just see how shallow this water is here. Amazing.
Nice.
Huge lobster. Just started our shore dive. This was a really nice lobster. We're going to take it home for dinner tonight. So we're going to put it up in our Neritic cooler bag, which is sitting on top of our Sea Sleigher float. We loved having both of these products with us in the Bahamas. Made our job super easy. We'll talk about both these products and how you guys can order some. We swam a little further out to the reef and started to see some smaller mutton snappers. So here I'm tracking one down here, just testing out my new throw flashers. And this fish was a little bit on the smaller side. He might have been a legal fish, but decided not to take a shot on him today. If you are planning to shore dive and spearfish in the Bahamas, make sure you follow the local regulations. Some islands don't let you shore dive and spearfish at all. Others will make you spearfish a certain distance from shore, so just make sure you're following those local regulations. You can see here the water is very clear. These reefs had some incredible coral formations, and we just didn't see a whole lot of fish. Usually a site like this, you'd start seeing a lot of bait fish, a lot of your bigger predator fish, your snapper and grouper. Kiki did spot one big grouper. We weren't sure if it was a black grouper or a Nassau grouper. She just kind of saw the shadows of it. So we just started looking under these rocks, looking for these grouper. Unfortunately, we were just a few days short for the Nassau grouper season here in the Bahamas. So we did see a few of those guys, but we weren't able to take them.
That's a Nassau.
Kiki and I spent some time here exploring the reef, diving one up, one down, looking for grouper and lobster. And we love this one up, one down style of diving. That just means one person is up at the surface monitoring the diver that's down. Even though this is shallow water, there is a lot that can go wrong here. We have a lot of sharks in the Bahamas. These reefs have a lot of swim throughs, a lot of overhead areas where divers can get hung up and get caught. And being that we're on a shore dive without a boat, we're a long way from medical attention. So just some things to take into consideration. I always highly recommend taking a freediving course. Learn to do this safely before you go out and do it on your own. In these next couple clips, you can really get a feel for how massive some of these coral formations and caves are. So we were going down with the flashlight, looking for lobster, looking for any signs of life. Here's a little Nassau grouper here, but just didn't see the big ones that we were looking for. After a few hours of searching around, we decide to pack it in for the day. We've got one really nice lobster that'll be plenty to feed both of us tonight. And this has been a really fun and just beautiful dive. Even though we didn't see a ton of fish, the reefs were so beautiful. Seeing all the corals was amazing. And we're excited to try it all again tomorrow. Our goal for this trip was to keep it as low budget as possible. Renting boats and charters in the Bahamas can get very expensive, so that's why we chose to shore dive, catch our own food, and cook our own food. So check out what we cooked up from tonight's meal. Alrighty, so preparing tonight's feast. We've got the lobster from this morning's dive. And we've got some garlic, we've got some simple ingredients here in the Bahamas. Things are primitive, so we've got some mac and cheese and some broccoli to go with our lobster tail tonight.
finished product.
Delightful. The flies love it.
How is it?
Tastes like it was just caught this morning.
All right, today is day 2 in the Bahamas. We got a new shore dive spot today. Yesterday we got a really big lobster that fed both of us. What are we looking for today?
More lobster.
More lobster, maybe some lionfish. Maybe we'll find some fish today. Maybe a hogfish. All right, here we go. So early into this second dive day, we had already started seeing more fish than we had seen the previous day. I had seen some big mutton snappers close off the beach, some bigger cubera snappers. This is another little mutton snapper that I'm tracking here, and again, it's kind of similar to the size of the one I saw yesterday. Probably a keeper, but it would be nice to find one that's just a little bit bigger. Shortly after, I spot a little black grouper, and this one's kind of on the fence too. In the Bahamas, grouper have to be 3 pounds, and this one probably is just a little bit short, but he did lead me to another lobster. So I'll go up, catch my breath, and go back down for the lobster. This lobster was much smaller than the one we got yesterday, but it was still legal size, and we were hungry and we weren't sure what we'd see for the rest of the dive. This is all new territory for us, so I go ahead and take the shot here and land a nice little lobster.
Yay!
We swam around some beautiful reef for a while and saw lots and lots of fish, and then we came across another really nice sized lobster, about the same size as the one we got the day before. And so I put the pole spear in him now. This one was a big lobster and he was hanging on tight to the rocks down there. So I go back a second time to make the extraction, and the lobster's still not budging. So after this dive, I'm going to go back up. I'm going to get the little 3-prong pole spear that we normally use for lionfish, see if I can get another shot in this lobster, weaken him a little bit, end any suffering, and make it a little easier to pry him out of this hole. So while I'm fighting the lobster here, I just want to give a shout out to Neritic and Sea Sleigher, 2 Florida-based companies that supplied us with all the products we're using in this video: the spears, the fins, the wetsuits, and the float. When we used to do these dives, it was so primitive. We would drag a lobster bag out there and it would be so heavy, and we had busted plastic fins, and it's so nice to have good quality gear made by nice local people. So we'll put a link in the description with some promo codes if you guys are interested in getting some of this gear yourself. We highly recommend these companies.
Alright, our day is over. This slip tip is lodged deep in this lobster's carapace. I don't know that we'll be able to get it out, but there's plenty of food for the 2 of us tonight. Monster lobster. Look at this. We're in like 8 feet of water. So sick.
All right, so we just finished our shore dive. Now we're going to rinse off in this beautiful blue hole. So this blue hole was super beautiful. The water was crystal clear, and we thought it was fresh water, kind of like the springs that we have in Florida or the cenotes in Mexico, but this water definitely tasted salty. And there were these really cool, beautiful little bright red shrimp swimming around in there, and so we had ourselves a fun little time. Check out the clips. after the Blue Hole, we went to some iconic Bahamas spots, flew the drone, got some epic views. And we actually went to a local farm after this to get some produce to go along with our lobster for dinner. And we started recording a video for that, but we got so tired we fell asleep. So this is the end of the video. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe for more freediving and spearfishing adventures.